All right. Welcome to Let's Talk Java with Chad and Laarni. Obviously, it's only Laarni today because Chad, had, his main job today, so he couldn't
The
hop
one that
on.
pays the bills.
Yeah, the one that pays the bills, and I'm just here doing the Zooms, whatever. But today I have a very special guest, especially for Women's History Month, because again, Let's Talk Java really wants to support small businesses, local businesses, but specifically for this month, I want to highlight lots of female businesses that are going to be thriving or new or anything like that in programs, because it's very important to support our local businesses, but also support our women as well. Obviously, I'm a woman, so I support women too. So anyway, today I have, okay, I gotta breathe when I say this. Okay, so Carmelle Jean-Francois.
Beautiful.
Sounded so
You
good.
did it.
I
You did
practice
it.
at like 2:30 in the morning. I
I
like wake up at like
appreciate that.
2:30 in the morning sometimes. And it's
That's
like,
early.
yeah, and it's not like I get up and do stuff. I just like, it's in my head. I was like, okay, what do I have to do today? And I was like totally excited for our talk today.
I appreciate.
So a little back history about me and Carmelle. Carmelle is my virtual friend. I've never met her in person, but we have been in so many different groups together that
Yes.
I've talked to her so much that I really consider her one of my friends. So once this whole thing, we can travel more and everything, I mean, I'm hoping to get out there and visit all my new buddies and new friends out there.
It's something,
Yeah.
huh?
So Carmelle comes to us from
Queens, New York. I'm
okay,
a New York gal.
I almost said Pennsylvania, and I was just like, no, that's something else.
New York, baby, New York.
So she comes to us from New York, and I'm going to have Carmelle tell her coffee story because she's pretty much like kind of a new coffee drinker. But before we get into that, Carmelle, what is in your cup? What is in your cup?
What is in my cup?
Look at that cup.
By the way, how do you like my cup? Yes, thank you. I have freshly made just for your show a pot of coffee. It's toasted hazelnut flavor. Now, I don't know how offended your baristas and your seasoned coffee drinkers are when it comes to flavored coffee, but I am a new drinker and I love the extra flavor. And I might offend even further by saying, I have the bag with me. Is it okay that I share it?
Yeah.
This is Gold Emblem Toasted Hazelnut.
Oh.
It is the CVS brand. CVS. And I was attracted to it because I'm saying, oh, toasted hazelnut. Artificially flavored. I'm sorry, all you coffee drinkers. I'm sorry. But it tastes so good to me. I'm still brand new. Let my palate get sophisticated and I might catch up to you guys. But meanwhile,
yeah, it's okay. That is right now, that's your go-to. Like Chad and I have talked about like our go-to coffees, and mine, Hello Kitty today is my go-to is in there. It's Pete's Major Dickinson's Blend. It's a dark roast, and I like a little bit of a bolder flavor.
Okay.
So that's my go-to coffee. But
okay.
So what made the switch? What all of a sudden you're like, you know what, I'm gonna drink some coffee.
This story dates back to college.
Oh.
Where I studied design. I studied interior design, and a lot of design students, well, a lot of college students, period, you all know about when it comes to deadlines, and we don't sleep. We don't sleep. I made myself sick with coffee. I didn't know what I was drinking. I didn't know how to prepare it. But all I know is that I needed the caffeine. By the time I graduated, I couldn't even think about coffee, let alone smell it. Out of the question. Maybe 2 years ago, I started drinking coffee with my friends. It would be 1 cup a day. I'm telling you, this whole show, Laarni, I'm going to be offending your listeners. I apologize, and they're going to love to hate me.
There's new coffee drinkers all the time. So, you know what? They're going through the experience with you. So go ahead.
Okay. I drink my coffee with so much sugar. And people are like, that just kind of ruins the taste of the coffee. My coffee would be so sweet. It tasted like the coffee candies that you would buy.
Oh,
That's how
okay.
sweet. But that was my whole cup of coffee and maybe even a second one. But I would never make my own coffee. One time I attempted to make my own coffee and it tasted terrible. I said, the guy at the corner bodega does my coffee better than me. And again, bodega, Carmel, really? Dunkin' Donuts might offend, but I just said the bodega. He makes my coffee better than I did. But I started avidly making my own coffee during the time of COVID. I said, am I really
Oh,
going to spend all this money every day on coffee? I bought all my materials. I had a coffee maker here and what is that paper that you put through?
the filter.
The filter. I had the filter. So I had to buy the sugar. I had to buy the coffee. I had to buy milk.
Okay.
And all that stuff that I bought, it turned out to be like a month's worth of coffee. And I said, so I started keeping track. I'm like, for every cup of coffee I make, I'm gonna take off $1, $1, $1, $1. And I made my money back. And I said, this is it. I'm gonna start making my own coffee.
Oh
So I
my
made my
gosh.
own flavored coffee. And then a couple of months ago, I even found at CVS Bailey's coffee flavor. It's
Really?
non-alcoholic,
Yeah, yeah.
but it
It's just
tastes
flavor.
like Bailey's. One
Yeah.
of my clients walked in and said, it smells like dessert in here. I'm like, that's me, that's my
Oh,
coffee.
I didn't even know they made that coffee.
Found it at CVS. I
Oh,
found it at
and
CVS.
that's easy. It's around the corner. See?
Easy. Bailey's flavored.
Oh,
Tastes so good and smells amazing. So it's kind of like having Bailey's without all the alcohol. You get the caffeine. And
yeah,
for me, I got the
yeah,
sugar.
yeah.
And then so during Christmas, where do you think I got my coffee from? Godiva.
Oh, you. Ooh,
I got the
that's something I
Godiva
didn't know.
coffee. It was amazing. One one tasted like a truffle chocolate. I had three different flavors. I think one was caramel. Fantastic. And again with sugar. Up until
Oh.
January I said, Carmel, you know you have an addiction with sugar, right? So I
Mm.
cut back on the sugar and I've had to readjust my palate for coffee, but I'm starting to appreciate coffee with 2 packets of stevia.
Okay. Okay. That's
So,
awesome.
so
Like
my
I
palate is
love that.
changing.
Yeah, I love that you like changed your flavors already. I love that like you are like I am like a teaspoon or like a mini teaspoon of sugar in the raw and cream.
Okay.
And I um I compared the color of my coffee to like khaki pants.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, the
Mine are
darker khaki
khakis.
pants. Yeah, the darker khaki pants. I'm a little bit of that because I want to taste the coffee. Like there are so many different flavors that come in.
There's so many different flavors.
So when you open up a bag of coffee, what is it about? Let's talk about your hazelnut coffee. Like,
Yeah.
what about this hazelnut coffee? When you open the bag up, are you like what do you smell? What do you besides like like what are you feeling when you open up that bag of coffee?
Laarni, it's so interesting that you just asked that because I don't usually smell the coffee. I don't usually take it in. Up until yesterday, I smelled it for the first time because I was experimenting with other flavors that I was not enjoying.
Yeah,
So I said, hey, I have my regular go-to hazelnut. I opened it and I smelled it and I said, my friend, my friend, you're back. I said, why did I ignore you for so long? So it when I took in that whiff, it was familiar. Even though I'm a new drinker, it was what I started out with when I kind of ventured during the time of COVID. And it was familiar, it was rich, and it smells sweet to me because it is artificially flavored.
Mhm.
So it tasted, I smelled that hazelnut, and I'm a chocolate addict.
Addict.
So smelling in that hazelnut reminds me of chocolate and hazelnut, and it was just a feeling of home. It felt comfortable. It felt like a nice warm blanket.
Oh, it's so, that's how I feel too. When I drink coffee, that's why I think we called the show Let's Talk Java, because you know that, you, that's why we have that Let's Talk Java in the beginning. You know, that's what the purpose of this show is.
Yeah.
Um, so with Women's History Month,
Yes.
and with all these new businesses coming up, local businesses coming up, we wanted to make sure we featured lots of women on our show for this month. And tell us about your upcoming things coming up and how people can join, and like give us more information about, your movement.
I would love to. I would love to. I come from like I said, I was in design school, and I didn't go into interior design, but I ended up working with architects and engineers and plumbers and even homeowners as a consultant with
Which
the
is cool
city.
too, by the way, because I don't think there are many women that do that, but that's cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And after doing that for so many years, I started my own company.
Yeah.
And I just thought of it the other day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Carmelle, Women's History Month, International Women's Day was just upon us. And the company that I own, I started it with another woman. And since then, we've hired all women, and it wasn't on purpose. That's not what we wanted to do. It just happened to be, I don't know, maybe we resonated with them. The connection was there. We were on the same level. But my secretary is a woman. My bookkeeper is a woman. I have a college aide that's a woman. And so we have 5 women in the office. And I think that's so empowering because we do work in a very male-dominated industry. We're in construction. We work with architects and engineers. They're all male-dominated. And it's male-dominated. And for a long time, I was thinking, when you work for yourself, sometimes it's a hustle and a struggle to get paid. And for a long time, I'm like, it's because we're women. They don't want to pay us. They don't want to pay us. And although a part of me still believes that's true, I've been in business now doing this for 11 years.
Wow.
And over the years, we had to learn to really be that boss bitch. We really did.
You have to fight for it. Yep.
We have to fight for it. And many times I'll sit in a room and they'll say, oh, could you do better on the prices? Absolutely not. You're going to have to go someplace else. I appreciate you coming in, but I'm not the one for you. Because they want to change up how it is that I do things. And I feel like sometimes it is because I'm a woman. So I have to be that boss bitch. And I have to say no, that this is as far as I'm going to go. So that's one aspect of it. But I've always been into fitness. And within the recent years, I've been more into fitness. I'm a personal trainer, and I have been for a while. I even trained at a personal training studio, and I had some of my own personal clients, but I never made it into a business until COVID. And so
we have to love how, as much as COVID is a terrible thing, some of us have taken it as an opportunity.
Absolutely. I feel completely blessed. I feel completely blessed that I wasn't sick and never got sick. And I feel blessed that I was able to take this opportunity to make it something empowering for myself and other women. So during the time of COVID, I did start CFIT Coaching, which is my current business. And I don't discriminate against the boys, but I do work with mostly women. I feel like women lose weight differently. We gain weight differently. Our goals are different. So I feel like women resonate with me. I resonate with women, and I can guide them on a different type of path. And it's not, we're not the same as men. We're just not. And so because I recognize that, I'm able to advise and coach based on that. So that's how I met you, because I also wanted to help improve myself, becoming a speaker, bossing up and things like that. So we met each other. And then I met Dee Dee. You know Dee Dee.
Yeah.
We were on that. We took another one of the same programs with Dee Dee.
Yeah.
Dee Dee is my mentor as well, and she also trains me and coached me on being a motivational speaker. And so that's how I met Crystal. Crystal,
Oh my gosh.
she's incredible.
I
You
know.
work with Crystal even before I worked with Crystal. That woman, she is the embodiment of empowerment and just badass boss babe, you
I
know?
know, right? I know.
That,
I've
eh,
never cried in front of I've never cried so much in front of a person that I really
mhm,
don't know much. And I
right.
sometimes I talk to her, like we'd have our group things and I just be like, ah, you know. But yes, thank
Yeah,
you for that.
but she allows it and she embraces it, and she gives you your time and your space to let out whatever emotion that you need to let out.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's so important with women to women interaction, that we don't beat each other up or get impatient with
Yeah.
what it is that the other woman is going through, because we all go through our different things separately, differently. Everybody processes emotions differently,
Hmm.
and we have to accept it, appreciate it, embrace it, and encourage it.
Yes.
And
And
so Crystal decided that she wanted to partner up with me. Why me? I don't know. But when she told me, I was extremely humbled that she saw something in me, to make her want to work with me. And our project is Dance, Walk, Live, where we dance for life, walk for life, live for life. And it's also a coaching, she calls it a camp, of sorts, a virtual camp. And all it does is really emphasize movement. The body is meant to move. And
yes.
we take care of our bodies will take care of us. And we believe in that. So that project is unfolding as we speak. We're getting together quite frequently these days so that we can set up a TV show. And the website is live, dancewalklive.com. The website is live. Somebody registered the other day. We were like, hey, we haven't even put out any ads for it. Nothing. Somebody found the website and said, yes, I want in.
Yes.
And it's going to be a fantastic program. So I'm looking forward to that completely.
Oh my God.
And
I'm
then,
so excited to let people know about this.
yes, thank
So
you.
whenever we have these shows, I try to make sure I put all that information in the show notes so people can just click and go, click and go. So
Yes, click and go. Dancewalklive.com. The website is live, and we're going to have more information as time goes up. But you can go on there, you can register, or you can register for free. There is a free component to it. Or you can just find out a little bit more, email us, message us, and we'll send you whatever information that we have so far. I hope I'm saying everything right, Crystal. Crystal, if you're watching this and I miss some stuff, please don't be mad at me. This is my first Dance Walk Live talk. So
good practice. See, this is exactly why I wanted to bring you on the show, because I want to let everyone know the awesome thing that you have going on.
thank you.
And I believe in movement as well. I believe in movement in a different sense, but it's still movement.
It's still movement. It's still movement, and we're still moving towards in the right direction. And I
Right.
have another project, Laarni, that I want to tell you about. I'm
Yes,
so
tell
excited
me.
about.
Tell
So
me.
first, before I tell you what I want to tell you, I want to say you just came out with your book. I'm so proud of you. And I texted you that. I was like teary-eyed, and I said, Laarni, oh my God, your book looks so amazing. First of all, the cover, the colors are my colors, and it looks like a beautiful collection of important stories that need to be told.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is my heart book, like one that I wanted to come out there, make sure that message of community, positivity, and like women's strength. There's so many aspects
Yes,
of strength that I can go down the rabbit hole on, but really
yes,
like that strength is there for everyone to have.
yes,
We just have to find it and we just have to nourish it. So,
yes.
and we can nourish it with some coffee. See how I tied that in there? See?
I love it, Laarni. You are a natural. A natural.
All right. Well, I don't want to take up a lot of your time. I know that you are a very busy woman and we have projects, you have projects. So let everybody know how to find you, to ask like questions about personal training, about your program and stuff like that. I mean, I'll put it in the show notes too, but like let everybody know how to find you.
Okay, so before I let everybody know how to find me, I want to say another project very, very briefly that I've been working on since late last year. I'm also coming out with a book, Laarni. It's called International Women of Color.
Oh,
And so now what we mean by International Women of Color, it's not just limited to African Americans or Black people. It is, we have, it's a collaborative book. So I'm on there with a few different authors and contributors. And so we include Asian, we include the brown girls, that would be the East Indians. We include the Latinas as well as African American or Black. And it's an amazing book. It's very, very empowering, and it's so relative right now and what we're going through. And I know you can understand with everything that the Asian community has been prevalent in the news, because for some reason, which we don't have to get into, but Asians are really, really being targeted right now as far as violence is concerned, and it's a disgrace. And everybody's culture, kind of women in different cultures, we are prohibited to a certain extent, ideas, values, and so that we don't speak forward, and do what we feel, what's in our hearts to do, because of the way society views us. I'm thinking like Mulan, like that's a perfect example. So I am part of this collaborative book. It's coming out, I believe, in July.
And July 2021.
July 2021.
That's around the corner.
So it's around the corner. I'm really excited. So all the things that I'm doing, just like you said, I do group coaching, personal training, a dance, walk, live. I do the CFIT coaching. I do Zoom classes as well.
You forgot to mention the CFIT coaching in your Zoom class.
The CFIT coaching is a group coaching, again, mostly for women, because there's also a lot of pain associated with our eating, with our health, even as a woman with our reproductive systems. We understand that there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of emotion that's all wrapped up into the way we view ourselves. And that the CFIT coaching, we kind of dive deep and we get into that. And I've had groups of women, we've all cried together about how it is that we see ourselves, and how society affects how we see ourselves. How the fact that whether we have children or not affects how we see ourselves in a society, in this type of society. So that's an important aspect that I try to touch on. And I'm also touching upon the fact I'm 46 years old. So I'm a woman of a certain age, and that comes with its own set of health issues. That I'm starting to touch upon, health issues and also physical issues too, right? That I'm starting to touch upon. So as I grow into my older years, I'll be able to help a certain group of women of a certain age that will need will start to look for information on how to keep themselves strong and healthy, mentally, physically, spiritually, all that good stuff. And so all of that, including the International Women Who Boss Up, the book that I'm a part of. And I feel like I might be forgetting something. There's so many things on the plate that I feel like I'm doing. Zoom classes, like I mentioned. You could find all of that on, and I'm a brand new blogger.
Oh my gosh.
I just started a fitness blog, so I'm a brand new blogger. But if you go to cfitcoaching.com, you can find all of that there. You can also find me on Instagram, CFIT Coaching, plain and simple CFIT Coaching on Instagram. That's where I spend a lot of my time. But cfitcoaching.com, leave me a message, jump on there, leave me a message on CFIT Coaching. I'll send you a free gift. And
you
also,
hear that, everybody? Free gift. Did you hear that?
Free gift if you go to cfitcoaching.com. I really believe in journaling. I really believe in keeping track of what we eat, of what we do daily, be it meditation, physical. And so I offer a journal, a 30-day journal on
That's so
CFit. So
cool.
yeah, so just leave me a message there and I'll be happy to introduce myself personally to you, send you my free gift, and keep you updated with all the projects that I'm doing right now, as well as the ones that are coming down the pike.
Oh my gosh, Carmelle, you are one busy lady. I mean, I know how you feel. Like I have all these projects too, but your projects are woo, there's so much to pick from. There's so much, and that's, I mean, as much as I've just began, like I want to be like, I want to have those multiple channels too. So
Yeah.
part of this channel, or part of the channels that I'm trying to build, is this Let's Talk Java. So it's
Yes, you're
this
doing it, girls. You're
this
not
is great.
trying, you're doing it.
This is awesome. This is awesome. So I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know we are all hustling and just really busy. So any last thoughts from a semi-new coffee drinker?
Give it a chance. If you don't like it, I'm trying to convince my sister. Hey, give it a chance. Throw some sugar in there if you need to, sweeten
Yeah.
it up, and then you dial it back a little bit. So,
Oh
but I
yeah.
am enjoying my coffee. I'm looking forward to learning more about more flavors, the dark roasts and things like that you were talking about, and just like happy
Yeah.
drinking.
Yes, happy coffee, happy brews, right? So
Happy
um
coffee, happy boots. And Miss Chad, I'm so sorry that you couldn't join us. Of course, the girl on girl time is
yeah.
always a fun time.
Yeah.
But maybe next time, Chad, when my palate becomes a little bit more sophisticated, I'd love to jump back on and say, well,
Well, we would love to have you on again, and maybe we'll send you a coffee that's kind of nearer to you. We'll have somebody send you a bag of that coffee. So, I'll work on that. I'll do some like, hey, nudge nudge, wink wink. So,
I
um
would love that.
but anyway, thank you so much for your time today, Carmelle. It has been a blast, and I know we will have you on here another time once you get more coffees in you. But once this book comes out of yours and all your projects, I want an update. We want
Oh, I would
an
love to give
update.
you an update. I
You know,
really appreciate
so,
it.
so everybody out there drinking their coffee, enjoy what's in your cup. Be grateful for what's in your cup, and make sure you're pouring into other people's cups as well. So have a wonderful, wonderful day. Stay safe, stay loving, and be kind to one another. And we will talk to you guys soon on Let's Talk Java. Bye, everybody.